There's a creature moving through the ocean right now, silent, boneless, nearly invisible. It can change the color and texture of its skin in less than a second. It can squeeze its entire body through an opening the size of a coin. It can taste with its arms. And inside that soft alien body are 3 hearts. Not 1, not 2, 3. Pumping blood that isn't red, it's blue. This isn't science fiction. This is an octopus. And the reason it evolved this way reveals something profound about what it actually takes to survive in the ocean's most unforgiving environments. Because nothing about the octopus makes sense until you understand the world it was built for. To understand why an octopus needs 3 hearts, you first have to understand the ocean itself, not the surface, not the sunlit shallows where dolphins leap and coral reefs bloom. We're talking about the deeper water, the cold water, the places where light fades and pressure increases with every meter you descend. This is where most octopuses live. And down here there's a problem: oxygen. Or more specifically, the lack of it. Cold seawater holds more dissolved oxygen than warm water, yes. But it's still a fraction of what you'd find in air. And the deeper you go, the more the ocean becomes a low-oxygen world. For any animal trying to survive down here, every breath is a challenge. Every movement burns through precious energy. And if you're an octopus, soft-bodied, highly intelligent, constantly hunting, you need a circulatory system that can deliver oxygen fast, efficiently, and under extreme conditions. But here's the thing. Octopuses are mollusks, cousins to clams, snails, and oysters. Their ancestors didn't have advanced circulatory systems. They had simple, open blood flow, barely more than fluid sloshing around inside a shell. Evolution gave the octopus intelligence. It gave them camouflage, problem-solving abilities, and flexible bodies. But it also had to rebuild their entire cardiovascular system from scratch, and the solution it came up with is almost unbelievable. An octopus has 3 hearts. 2 of them are called branchial hearts. They sit on either side of the body, right next to the gills. Their only job? To pump blood through the gills, where oxygen is absorbed from the water. Then, the oxygenated blood moves to the 3rd heart, the systemic heart, and this one pumps it out to the rest of the body. It's a system designed for one purpose: maximum efficiency in a low-oxygen world. But that's only half the story, because octopus blood isn't like ours. Ours is red. It's red because of hemoglobin, an iron-based molecule that binds to oxygen and carries it through our veins. Octopus blood is blue. And it's blue because instead of hemoglobin, octopuses use something called hemocyanin. Hemocyanin is copper-based, and when it binds to oxygen, it turns blue. Now you might think, okay, different molecule, same job. What's the big deal? The big deal is this. Hemocyanin works better in cold, low-oxygen environments. It's more efficient at picking up oxygen when there isn't much of it around. It functions better under pressure, and it doesn't break down as easily in the acidic, oxygen-poor conditions of deep water. In short, hemocyanin is perfectly suited for the world the octopus lives in, but it comes with a cost. Hemocyanin doesn't bind to oxygen as tightly as hemoglobin does. It's less efficient at carrying oxygen over long distances, which means octopus blood can't deliver oxygen as quickly as ours can. And that's exactly why they need 3 hearts. 2 to force blood through the gills, 1 to push it through the body, all of them working together to compensate for a molecule that's efficient, but slow. It's a biological workaround, an evolutionary compromise, and it works. But scientists still don't fully understand why octopuses and their relatives like squid and cuttlefish are the only animals that evolved this specific system. Because there are other deep-sea creatures, other cold water predators, other intelligent animals, and none of them have 3 hearts and blue blood. So what makes the octopus different? Here's where it gets strange. When an octopus swims, one of its hearts stops beating. The systemic heart, the one pumping blood to the body, shuts down during movement, which means that every time an octopus swims, it's essentially cutting off its own oxygen supply. This is why octopuses prefer to crawl. Why they move slowly, deliberately, across the seafloor. Why they ambush prey instead of chasing it. Because swimming is expensive, it's exhausting, and their 3-heart system, as advanced as it is, still can't support prolonged high-speed movement. But this raises a larger question. If the octopus cardiovascular system is so specialized, so finely tuned for survival in cold, deep, low oxygen water, why are octopuses also found in warm, shallow reefs, in tide pools, in coastal waters where oxygen is plentiful? The answer is we don't entirely know. What we do know is that octopuses are some of the most adaptable creatures on Earth. They've spread into nearly every marine environment. They've evolved camouflage so advanced it borders on magic. They've developed problem-solving skills that rival some mammals. And yet, their 3 hearts and blue blood remain, even in environments where they don't strictly need them. It's as if evolution built them for the abyss, and then some of them decided to leave. But the deep ocean is still where most octopus species live. It's still the world that shaped them, and down there, in the cold and the dark, their 3 hearts aren't just useful, they're essential. Scientists are still studying octopus cardiovascular systems, still trying to understand exactly how 3 hearts coordinate with each other, how the systemic heart knows when to stop during swimming, how octopuses regulate blood pressure across a body with no bones, no rigid structure to push against. There are mysteries here we're only beginning to unravel, like the fact that octopus arms can act independently, even after being severed from the body. Each arm has its own cluster of neurons, its own ability to taste, touch, and react. And each arm has its own network of blood vessels, feeding into the central circulatory system. It's almost as if an octopus isn't one organism. It's 9. 8 arms, 1 brain. 3 hearts working to keep all of them alive. And all of it running on blue blood, pumped through a body that can shift shape, texture, and color in an instant. We think of the octopus as alien, and in a way it is. Not because it came from another planet, but because it evolved down a completely different path than we did. It solved the problem of survival in ways we never had to. And the result is a creature that feels impossible. But it's not. It's real. Right now, somewhere in the ocean, an octopus is moving through the dark. 3 hearts beating, blue blood flowing. Skin rippling with color and texture, blending into stone, into coral, into shadow. It doesn't know it's strange. It doesn't know that on the surface humans are studying it, marveling at it, trying to understand how something so soft could be so intelligent. It just is. And maybe that's the point. We look at the octopus and see alien biology. 3 hearts, blue blood, arms that think for themselves. But to the octopus, this is normal. This is what it takes to live in the ocean. And the ocean covers more than 70% of our planet. Which means that for most of Earth, the octopus isn't the strange one. We are. We're the ones with red blood and a single heart. We're the ones who can't survive underwater. We're the ones who need machines just to visit the world the octopus calls home. And down there, in the deep, in the cold, in the places we've barely begun to explore, there are creatures we haven't met yet. Systems we haven't imagined, solutions to survival we don't even know are possible. The octopus is just the beginning.